I'm not watching it with commentary.
Fellow scholars, this is 2-minute papers with Dr. Quin69.
I'm not watching it commentary.
Today, we are going to take...
I think I've maybe actually watched that one. I think I remember this exact woman. Because I think I've seen that one before. It's like, I started to get flashbacks. It's like, maybe I've seen this woman before because of the purpose I comment. And then the duck talking guy. I can't stand when people come on doing commentary and they have a avatar. Dude, you know what double triggers me, dude? Is when the avatar, they just animate it by making it go up and down, bro.
Take a collection of photos like these and magically create a video where we can fly through these photos. And we are going to do all this with a twist. So how is this even possible?
What the f? It must know 3D space, right?
A handful of photos. Well, typically we give it to a learning algorithm
must understand the perspective
and ask it to synthesize a photorealistic video where we fly through the scene as we please. Of course, that sounds impossible.
How?
Especially that some information is given
how does it get
the
the text, bro?
This is really not much. And as you see, this is not impossible at all. Through the power of learning-based techniques, this previous AI is already capable of pulling...
Remember whenever I was talking about like how like, you know, you only need a small amount of information to like understand a lot about something? And this is like exactly that. Now you apply this exact same shit on like, you know, crime. Okay, crime. You know, you're trying to it's the whole, and then you know what? Minority Report doesn't seem so fucking crazy, does it?
Love this amazing trick. And today I am going to show you something even more incredible.
How's that even possible?
Did you notice that most of these were shot during the daytime, and these are all well-lit images. Every single one of them. So, our question today is, can we perform view synthesis in the dark? And my initial answer would be a resounding no. Why? Well, in this case, we not only have to deal with less detail in the images, it would also be very difficult to stitch new views together if we have images like this one.
There's no information.
Luckily, we have a choice. Instead, we can try something else, and that is using raw sensor data instead. It looks like this. We get more detail, but now we also have a problem. Do you see the problem here?
Looks like
yes, that's right. In the raw sensor data, we have more detail, but also much more noise that contaminates this data too. So we either have to choose from less detail and less noise, or from more detail, more noise. So I guess that means that we get no view synthesis in the dark, right? Well, don't despair, not everything is lost yet. There are image denoising techniques that we can reach out to. Let's see if this gets any better.
Holy shit.
It definitely got a lot better, but I have to be honest. This is not even close to the quality we need for view synthesis. But note that this one denoises a single image.
Bro, can you imagine whenever they're like, enhance? You know how like it's a fucking meme, dude? They're like the enhance meme? Like, zoom in on that. All right, enhance. All right, zoom in again, enhance again. Soon it's going to be the reality, bro. Like,
yes, finally, there is an opening here. Remember, in the world of nerves, we are not using a single image, we are using a package of images. A package contains much more information than just one image, and hopefully it can be denoised better. So this is what the previous method could do. And now, hold on to your papers and let's look at this new technique called raw nerf. Can it pull this off? Wow.
Dude, what the fuck?
So now, can we be greedy and hope that view synthesis works on this data?
Holy.
Let's see.
Dude.
My goodness. It really does. And we are not done yet. In fact, we are just getting started.
What the fuck?
Even more. For instance,
I don't even understand how you can get that from that image. That's actually insane, right? Like, that's crazy. It was like 80% just black, dude, and they
perform
and you end up with some
on the underlying data to bring out even more detail from these dark images. And here comes my favorite. Oh yes, we can also refocus these images, and these highly sought after depth of field effects will start to appear. I love it. And what I love even more is that we can even play with this in real time to refocus the scene. This is a very impressive set of features.
What
so
the fuck?
let's take it out for a spin
What the
and
fuck?
marvel together at 5 amazing
What the
examples
fuck?
of what it can do. Yes, once again, this.
That's a still image chat. Do you understand that, right? That's just a single image that they're using. They're using one image and they're doing all that shit.
Extremely noisy. For
No,
instance,
you can't read that.
Can you read
You can't
the
read
street
that.
sign? Not a chance.
No
right?
shot.
And what about now? This looks like magic. I love it. Now, let's start the view synthesis part, and this looks really good, given the noisy inputs. The previous original nerf technique could only produce this,
Oh,
and
that kind of looks kind of cool at Twilight Zone.
this is not some ancient technique.
I mean, it looks scuffed as fuck, actually.
No, sir. This is from just 2 years ago, and today, a couple papers down the line, and we get this. I can't believe it. We can even see the specular highlight moving around
On the
badge
car
of the car here.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Oh, you guys can't see it.
2, actually, let's have a
Look at
closer
the
look
front of the
at
guys, yeah.
specular highlights. Here is a noisy image, the denoised version, and the view synthesis. And the specular highlights are, once again, excellent. These are very difficult
I mean,
to
that just
capture
looks like a video.
because they change a great deal as we move the camera around, and the photos are spaced out relatively
Like,
far.
how does it get the physics of the objects so fucking well? Like, because it's a flat 2D image. Like, how does it get it? So, I mean, it must have just a ton of data, right? Like, and reference shit to like, and so it understands like how shit behaves, right? Like
from each other.
Like,
This means a huge challenge for the learning algorithm, and as you see, this one passes with flying colors. 3, thin structures are always a problem. Look, an otherwise excellent previous technique had a great deal of trouble with the fence here, even
so this
in
one has
well-lit scene.
several photos.
So, let's see. Are you kidding me? Doing the same with a bunch of nighttime photos, there is not a chance that this will work. So, let's see together.
Not a chance.
Look at that. I am out
Because
of
that's one photo, right? That was the input of that was a single photo, right? Correct.
words.
But like the way that it understands the wheel is in the foreground, right? And then the frame is behind the
Or,
wheel.
you know what's even
Because look, it's moving
better?
and it's occluding this object, right? And like
Let's be
the way it understands, you see what I'm saying, right? Like it's understanding like this is not just flat, right?
really picky and look here instead.
The collection of when they were doing the fly through, that was like a several photos, right? Or no? Oh my god! Wait,
These areas are
explain. What am I explaining right now? He never does Ubers when the timer ends. It just resets to 3 months. Doing a full for a stream. Okay.
4, as I am a light transport researcher by trade, I would love to look at it resolve some more challenging specular highlights. For instance, you can see how the road reflects the streetlights here, and the result looks not just passable, this looks flat out
Bro,
gorgeous.
how?
Now, talking about gorgeous scenes, let's look at some more of those. 5, putting it all
How?
together. This will be a stress test for the new technique. Let's change the viewpoint, refocus the scene, and play with the exposure at the same time.
People got, dude, this is gonna be like some new shit that people are gonna like. Oh, can you imagine this shit? Like, oh, fucking all the Instagram Andy's gonna use the fuck out of this tech. Like, oh, okay, all right, I'm gonna take a photo. All right, now I'm gonna fucking change the focal length to make it fucking blur this shit out. And I'm gonna fucking raise it, open the, exposure so the light kind of pops off more, and then I'm gonna fucking sharpen it. It's gonna be like, oh my god,
That is incredible. What a time to be alive.
it's too realistic. It's fake.
And
I mean,
you
it's
are
crazy,
saying
right?
That it does
It's
all
realistic.
this from a collection of 25 to 200 photos. Today, we can shoot these in seconds. Clearly, not even this technique is perfect. We can see that this does not match reality exactly, but going from
True image, new tech. Yeah, it's got. I'm gonna get fucked up. I'm gonna be honest.
a set of extremely noisy raw images to this is truly a sight to behold. The previous 2-year-old technique couldn't even get close.
I don't get how it
these
gets the text there. Clearly the information is there, and those super noisy photos. I look at it and it just looks like a bunch of pixels and shit, right? Like, you know, whatever. Like, it looks like a bunch of pixels and shit.
Couldn't even get.
It's like how the information is clearly in there somehow. Like, there's clearly like there's an organization to the mess of those pixels.
Close to these results. Bravo.
You know?
And this is an excellent place for us to apply the first law of papers,
what the
which
fuck?
says that research is a process. Do not look at where we are, look at where we will be 2 more papers down the line. So,
Jeez.
what do you think? What will we be able to do 2 more papers down the line? And what would you use this for? Let me know in the comments below.
I can see
Weights and biases.
I can see the applications being like fucking. I mean, dude, gaming, bro, gaming. Imagine if instead of having a mega scan, right, an area, you could just literally fucking get some to go out and just take a bunch of photos, and then you just fucking put it into a program, and it just makes a 3D environment. Like, now you've got a fucking new CS map, right? You've got a new Counter-Strike map. That's like. And you can walk around and you can shoot, and then you know you could even have things that where it like understands like what the fucking what it's made out of, and you could even like put physics implications. You know, you can do crazy shit with that.
Because he is
God Gamer.